Standing on this corner in Roseland, we've been stopped 3 times by people asking, has something bad happened again? They don't get used to it. The people here pay the ultimate price, the victims, the family members, but there's also a dollar cost to the violence that we all pay. I'm Robin Robinson. One of the alleged gunmen in the Park shooting had gone through the program, which raised questions from a lot of people, including police, about just how effective it is. The issues are very complex. The challenge is great. We've talked about all of this way too often before. The violence exploding across the part of the city where I am right now, in the Inglewood neighborhood and on the west side and in Lawndale, particularly violent. The victims have ranged from young children to a 72-year-old woman. They don't have much faith in the idea that more policing is going to be the answer. They don't seem to have much faith in the police. They say it is not a police problem, it is a social problem, and that there needs to be jobs, there needs to be counseling, there needs to be something for these young people to do in the summertime. The University of Chicago professor who co-authored the best-selling book Freakonomics is a pretty smart guy, so he tackled a tough question. Does locking more and more criminals up in prison actually lower crime? His research suggests that it does reduce crime, but even he says it's not the only solution, not even the best one. If it was, it probably would have worked by now. America has the highest number of people behind bars in the world, and adjusted for population, the highest incarceration rate. And experts say one of the best ways to keep Cook County Jail and prisons bursting at the seams is to send young people who get in trouble with the law to places like this, a juvenile detention center. Once a kid gets locked up, they enter a system that they often find it very hard to exit from. That's true despite major reforms here at this once notorious facility.
I'm in this atmosphere that I never thought I'd see myself in.
We have accused murderers, we have accused rapists.
You have to also look at the kids themselves as victims.
This is a place for no one to spend their time, not even a second.
This teenager has been in the detention center for a year awaiting trial on a murder charge. He says it's really hard being locked up, but he has learned something.
All these young adults are here. They have potential. They can give back to the community. They can give back to somebody else, even though they took something from someone or hurt someone.
It does just a little one. Yeah, that's a little potato.
Some get to see real fruits of unfamiliar labor, seeing what you get out from what you put into a karma garden.
It look bad, but it's a lot going on up underneath there.
Kind of like people.
Yeah.
Okay.
You never know what's going on the inside.
What's going on inside these walls these days may not seem like law and order or corrections, but make no mistake, the tension is palpable. The rapid response team gets called on every day.
All of the violence in Chicago, we get them here. We have kids come straight off the street or right out of court here with a lot of baggage, a lot of anger, so that it can be at any point a dangerous situation at any point.
But the quality of staff that we have now is just night and day. I mean, it's not a guard inmate mentality at all. And, you know, if we are not already the best, we are one of the best detention centers that's out there.
But every success story here proves how badly we've failed elsewhere.
But instead of, you know, having the funding of putting a kid in here for $600 a day, is to have a better use of money by trying to get those resources out in the community to better service the kids.
$600 a day. Imagine that being spent on education or intervention. Yet this seems to be what the public cries for when the streets run with blood.
You know, in recent times when there was the big push to kind of get hard on crime, we do see an increase in our population. I think we have to get to the bottom of why are more kids creating crimes and to be able to solve it at that level so that they don't hit a place like this or they don't hit the Cook County Jail.